Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. So I need to create a new character for a campaign. Maybe it's just a one shot. We are starting next week. And the thing is that I have to do a character, and the ones that you know me, I love to get into a character creation and the background of it, figure out what this character makes it special, and what does it mean to be this character. I haven't created a character for D&D for a while now, really a while. And obviously I'm gonna be doing a new class that I've never played before. It's not like I've played a lot of different things, but this is gonna be an opportunity to try something new. The character sheet here with some inspiration in there, and I have the player's handbook here and some notes I've been taking for the past few days while we were talking with the group of what everybody wanted to do. Basically, so we have like kind of a balanced party. I guess it's not really that super important because we're just there to have fun, but it's interesting to have, like, for example, not have like everybody the same class and stuff like that. So we've been talking to each other and seeing each one what each one prefers. We have a bunch of new players, so we're gonna be 5 players. So one of the players, which is his first time playing D&D, he doesn't know much about it. He just like started reading about it just recently, and he wants to play Triton, which I think it's a class that comes from the Bolos Guide to Monsters, I think. So it's like a playable race that you can pick from there. I think he likes it. It's quite interesting because it's this like underwater theme that it's quite funny, like how that can play like with I don't know, like a normal campaign on land. We'll see how that goes. And he also has some ideas for like having like an orb or a pet or a fish or something like that. Then we have another character another player that has never played before, and he's thinking on playing as a bard. That's gonna be fun for sure. Then we have another player that she has more experience, and she's gonna be playing a druid, probably, maybe, we'll see. Like the first session we're gonna finish up our characters, so everything is up the air until that point, but we will see how that goes. And then we have another player that has never played before, and like he really doesn't know what to play. Like we'll see. We're gonna try to decide with him and help him and me. So I have some experience with D&D. I haven't played much, but obviously I'm so hooked into many campaigns that you can watch online, like Critical Role, Colville new campaign, and some others that I've been watching sometimes. So I know more or less how this thing works. I played a couple of times already, but I'm consider myself a noob, not a total noob. But what I love is like the mechanics and all that stuff. So just to have a little balance on the party, what I decided to do was basically we need to pick some close combat kind of fighter. I'm not sure. Like we need somebody that can like damage and basically resist, but it's just getting ideas. I always keep saying that I love monks. It's a class that it doesn't get much love on the D&D community, but I really love it. I don't know why, because I always have this love for like the monk, the film, or like the Last Airbender. I love how they fight, and they almost dance to fight with each other. So I really like that aspect of it. But I've already played with a monk. We don't know anything about the world that the DM has. One of them has already played with this DM already, so probably she knows more about it than us. On the first day, like, it's gonna introduce the new players and everything, so that's why I think I need to start just getting ideas for the character, probably some background and some stuff like that, but nothing super concrete, because obviously there is no point of making a super deep character if the whole campaign happens in something that doesn't match like what you were imagining. So for this reason, I'm just gonna pick something, start writing some notes here. The stats, what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna put the default stats just so the day that we work on it, I remember what preference I have. In terms of classes, What I was thinking was basically, so we have a barbarian, a fighter, a rogue, a paladin, or a monk. A monk, I'm thinking I already played, so probably I'm gonna be discarding that quite quickly. Then between barbarian and fighter, barbarian it's cool, it's like rage, and that's always something cool to do. But I'm not sure. And the fighters have different archetypes. The champion, the battle master. I think that one it's pretty cool. And yeah, I already see the monk on the on the player's handbook. The image of the monk is like fire. It's so cool. Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna go rogue. It's cool, but I've never been super attracted to the rogue, so I'm not sure I'm gonna pick now this. But I've been thinking lately on some kind of like more tanky, maybe healer, which maybe I should pick a cleric, but I don't want to go to that extreme. So I'm thinking probably a paladin. And I actually was looking here the other day for inspiration in terms of paladins. Yeah. And there are so many cool pictures. I think this one is the one that inspired me the most, to be honest. This warrior coming like with light, and I just love the ropes that it has. I don't know how to describe this thing. Basically, this thing that you have here, I'm not sure how to describe that. This thing here, like that goes under the armor, but that's really cool. Obviously, it's gonna be a low level character, so I don't think it's gonna look that cool on my imagination. But this is one of the most inspiring things that I've seen in terms of paladins. But there are other stuff. Like for example, the question I always have is like, do I go with a shield or not? And of course, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna min max the character. I don't play that way. Obviously, I don't want to be dead in 5 minutes, but I prefer to play. Man, look at this, fucking cool. This is already like when you are like, man, you are not even a paladin anymore. You are like fighting with your god by your side, and it's like, oh man. I prefer to focus more on the character, on the story, and the role playing aspect. Let's start deciding things. So it's gonna be a paladin, alignment, lawful, good, background. I'm gonna check now what this recommends. Creating a paladin. There we go. So the most important aspect of a paladin character is the nature of his or her holy quest, and that's something that the background needs to be worked a little bit. These additional features, this is the magic, character backstory. So yeah, I need to basically think about which god I want to basically give my oath. Are you the devoted servant of good, loyal to the gods of justice and honor, a holy knight in shining armor venturing forth to submit evil? Yes. So, are you a glorious champion of the light? That's cool. Champion of the light. There's something beautiful that stands against the shadow. I like this. A champion of the light that stands against darkness. Quick build. You can make a paladin quickly by following these suggestions. First, strength should be your highest ability score, followed by charisma. Second, choose the noble background. Okay, so the background is gonna be a noble background. So what I'm gonna do is, for now, I'm gonna use the standard array with the strength. I think the standard array is 15. Now for the noble background, proficiencies in story and persuasion. Let's do that, and I guess I have some language and some stuff like that. Okay, but now I need to pick the race, and for this, even if this picture, I don't know, looks like a human probably, but I think I'm gonna go with a half elf. Yeah, so the half elf gives me a charisma score increased by 2, so this is 16, and 2 other ability scores of your choice increased by 1. What else should I increase? 8 plus 1, just so I have more space here. So in the day I remember what the numbers come from, which is one of the hard parts here. Remember from where the numbers come from. Intelligence 8 plus 1 still gives me a -1. But in any case, knowing that I have these two here, this and this, I can change it later. And what I should put here also is that the half-elf give me dark vision, which I need to specify later what it is. And then I also have Fey Ancestry. Now, in terms of a paladin, and it's 10 plus your constitution modifier at first level. So it's 10 plus constitution 2, so it's 12. Skill versatility, you gain proficiency in 2 skills of your choice. I can get it on intimidation because like I'm a paladin, I have my god is behind me, you know, it's like intimidate yourself. Religion, I mean, I guess I should get religion one way or another. So yeah, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna get religion. You can speak, read and write common, elvish and one extra language of your choice. So languages, I can speak common, elvish and one extra language of my choice. What can I choose? That I guess you don't have to pick another one, but it feels kind of dumb not using what the game gives you. But then the question is, and what do you pick? Like, does it make so much sense that every single character, because it has this race and like there you go, you have another extra language? Like if you think about it, like come on, how many people only speaks English and that's it? Yeah, you are a lot, guys. Celestial, maybe. Let me see, what is Celestial? Yeah, see, it's like, they are like angels. So, makes sense. Celestial it is. Cool. So let's take a look at the class again. Where do I have it? A paladin. So at first level, proficiency bonus is +2. I can write paladin. And I have divine sense. And I have lay on hands. Yeah, so the oath, it doesn't appear until the 3rd level. So I'm just gonna take a look because I want to know what I can pick, but maybe I don't even pick it because I don't know if we're gonna start at freeze level or at 5 level or something. Strength should be your highest ability score. I've already done that. Maybe I should put, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna change my intelligence. I'm gonna put here to have an extra point here. So because I do strength +1, this becomes a 3, and I remove it from intelligence, which is an 8, and it's still a -1. So I don't lose anything basically, and I prefer to have a strength because that's what the player handbook recommends. So then we have charisma, which is fine. Second, choosing the noble background. So the noble background, you understand wealth, power and privilege, you carry a noble title. That's cool. Let me put here that my name needs a title. I like that there's like Sir something of something, you know? Yeah, I'm thinking that I want this character basically. Okay, imagine this dude. Like it's a half elf, probably, I don't know, I'm imagining like it comes from an important family, but because it's probably just a bastard and basically it cannot inherit anything, like it's not the heir, so it hasn't had really a good relationship with the father, but still to keep close to it, yeah, still wants to keep close to the family, so probably that's why like he joined kind of like the guards or the army or whatever. I don't think it's a king, but maybe a duke, or maybe it has some lands or something. So if that guy has like that duke or whatever has a personal guard or something, so as a child, instead of being just the child and he treating me as a father, I just joined basically his personal guard. And obviously like we're still family, but like that's how I started training myself in the art of the sword and fightings and all that stuff. And eventually, I guess because I was feeling alone, something like that, I just prefer to follow the steps of my god. So let me write something just to remember. Probably it's the bastard. Oh, imagine how cool it would be. It's the bastard of the mother, so the father doesn't give a shit about you. So it's basically I'm praying to my god not for the love of my father, although that's the end goal, but I'm praying more for my father to be proud of me. Which gives me an excuse to go adventuring, so I can actually do something that makes my father proud. Okay, I think I have like an idea in my head about it, yeah. So the noble also give me another language to pick. It's like you end up knowing so many languages in this game. As a noble, I can speak with dwarfs probably, or other race that had relations with my noble family. I like one thing I saw, which it was on the half-elf, excellent ambassadors. So yeah, so even if I didn't imagine my guy as an ambassador, more as like as a knight, as a guard, but it makes sense that as part of the family, sometimes for some reasons, like if there came visitors from other races from nearby kingdoms or something, I would have to speak, or maybe I was sent in some small mission to talk with somebody. So yeah, maybe Derwish, if it makes sense for the setting to have a different that is not Dervish or human, which is common, or Elvish, if it's, I don't know, there are orcs nearby that we have some deal with it, I don't know, then maybe it makes more sense to use that. But for now I'm gonna keep this. So noble, I'm gonna put position of privilege. So now the class, because I'm a paladin, all armor and shields. Then I'm gonna put simple weapons and martial weapons. Saving throws on wisdom and charisma. Saving throws on wisdom and charisma. And then skills, I can choose 2 from athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, and religion. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna pick insight and medicine. We already said before that I was thinking of making like some kind of healer, so if I'm probably not gonna be a super amazing healer, but at least having something like this. Okay, now divine sense, and the lay of hands is the one that heals with my pool of healing, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I think this is the class, and yeah, and the walking speed, I don't think I have, it's usually 30, and I don't think I have any special modifiers or anything for it. So I'm gonna pick a martial weapon and a shield. Greatsword or longsword? Okay, a greatsword looks like it's a... And what is the difference in terms of like mechanically? So greatsword, damage, 2d6 slashing damage. It's a heavy, 200? I don't want the 200, 1d8 slashing. 2d6, 1d8. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick a long sword. The shield has an AC of 2. Okay. 5 javelins or any simple melee weapon. But I don't want javelins and I don't want another. Maybe a light hammer or something? Light hammer allows you to add your proficiency bonus to attack roll for your attack if you make with it. Oh, and I can throw the hammer. Yeah, and just put a light hammer like I have here, and then sometimes like a BAM! That's cool. Yeah, let's go with that. A priest pack includes a backpack, a blanket, 10 candles, a tinderbox. I'm gonna go with explorer pack, and chainmail and a holy symbol. I think I can have a chainmail. Yes, chainmail, but I have disadvantage on stealth. Shit. Yeah, so the shield adds an AC of +2. So I guess my armor class is 16 +2 if I wear the chainmail, and if not, yeah, I don't know, let's wear the chainmail. So personality traits, I think I like this one. It matches with my nobility background. Yeah, I like that one. And then I think it says you need to pick 2. The common folk love me for my kindness and generosity. Yeah, I think these 2 are cool. The thing is that I maybe want to remove this just so it fits, and because the part of the plot doesn't inspire me that much. But yeah, these 2 personality traits are cool because they match a little my nobility. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the easy one. noble obligation. It's my duty to protect and care for the people beneath me. And it's a good alignment, which matches my good alignment already. What I don't fully like about this is that it's like for the people beneath me, and I'm like, it should be for everybody, but bonds. Oh, that one is easy. That one is easy because I was even mentioning here that I'm willing to go to the far lines, fight the greatest evil, and never come back, just for the acceptance of my father and the honor of and love of my family. So these bonds, there is one that it's I will face any challenge to win the approval of my family. Ram! Perfect. And flaws, that's the interesting ones. Yeah, I think that was like, yeah, let's go for the family one also. Which also matches the fact that, yeah, I'm not accepted by my father and all that stuff that I mentioned before. So by my words and the actions, I often bring shame to my family. Classy. Nice. Nice, we have this. Okay, so now, yeah, I haven't been talking about the name of the character. And I had one idea about this guy that I can show you. I don't know how many of you will know this, but you remember not the reboot, please, not the reboot. You remember the show? Charm was Embrujadas in Spanish. I've grown up watching these three ladies, and now they are like making a reboot, but I don't even want to watch it. I don't want to see anything from it, because for me this, I grown with them, you know. It's like, they're part of my infancy. So there is Leo Wyatt. There you go. So this guy, it's what on English you call, a white lighter. Yeah, makes sense. Luz Blanca. So it's one of the main characters, the memories. He's basically like an angel. He has healing powers. So I'm gonna take inspiration a little bit from this guy in terms of, because he's like a light whiter, it's like a kind of a paladin with a god. I want to be the god I have an oath with. I'm still don't know which one, but I want to be something like light and goodness and stuff like that, which is pretty standard thing. But in my head, the fact about light, and also like why I like this character picture with all this light from the sky and all that stuff, is because in my head I imagine like a version of this dude. It's like a warrior. It's not only just an angel. It's like a fucking warrior. So for the name, I like the fact that it's called Leonard, though, but I'm gonna call it Leonard. And for the surname or fallen name, I like, to be honest, Leonard Wyatt. Wyatt is cool, but I prefer, for some reason, I like Halliwell. It's like Leonard Halliwell. It looks like, yeah, some noble family, you know? And the title, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with Sir, but again, I'm not sure how to match in which family and which level, like which, if it's a duke or a kingdom my father was. So I'm not sure exactly what title, but I think like at least Sir, to say that I'm from a noble family. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe if there is another one I can change it later. And then I want to say Leo here, which this I pretended to be only like for my close friends. So I'm imagining it in the beginning, like if the party doesn't know each other, I'm gonna tell them to call me Sir Leonard Halliwell or Sir Halliwell. But then you can imagine that if we get to know each other and like each other and that kind of stuff, then I can just call me Leo. So we have Sir Leonard Halliwell. That's gonna be the name. We have the personality traits, deals, bonds. This is done. And I think that's it, because the rest is like come together with a party and then beyond the freeze level, which I don't really care about that right now. And I would like to put the pictures here, but I cannot do it on Windows apparently. Spellcasting ability, I still don't have a spellcasting ability until later. Allies and organizations, I would like to belong to the Church of something at the Sacred Oaths, which I think I'm just gonna pick the Oath of Devotion. The Oath of Devotion binds a paladin to the Lotus ideals of justice, virtue, and order, sometimes called cavaliers, white knights, and holy warriors. I want to be a holy warrior. And then, in terms of god, let me take a look. I think there is an appendix here with gods. I'm gonna take a look at the deities of the Forgotten Realms. Let me see. I want a god of light and life. So what do we have? Maybe it's Helm. God of protection. Lawful neutral. Okay. And it's life and light. The Watcher was the god of guardians, protection, and protectors. That makes sense. But I think with this, I have enough for the character to know who this guy is, who Sir Leonard Halliwell is. Paladin, first level, half elf, comes from a noble family. It's pretty non-intelligent, and I need to see exactly if I'm gonna be wearing this, because this is fucking amazing, but it looks a little OP. Maybe, I don't know. But then the disadvantage on stealth is that's gonna be awesome. Anyway, despite my noble birth, I do not place myself above other folk, and the common folk love me for my kindness and generosity. I have my noble obligation, and I will face any challenge for the approval of my family, and my words and actions often bring shame to my family. Yes, that's what my father doesn't want me to wear. Then I wrote here basically to know this stuff. And then the Church of God, this is what I need to decide, which doesn't really... It's basically I need to see what the DM, if he has some idea. And then the God is here, which God? Champion of the Light, that stands for against darkness. Yeah, I like this. And then a little of my background with my family and stuff like that, and why I joined the church and I became a knight. And the spellcasting, it's not necessary until I think at least third level, I'm not sure, but it's not necessary for now. This thing I need to read it because I'm not fully completely sure from where it comes, but I think it's pretty cool. And as a reminder to finish, this is what I'm envisioning, more or less, like it's majestic with the light behind the guy. Has been quite fun, like creating the character. It's also something that I always enjoyed, and as you can see, I like to create the character based on the background and who the person is, not much on the characteristic or the skills or min-maxing. So probably there are different ways. Probably maybe the oath I pick is not the best one, or maybe there is a god that it's better, I don't know, or maybe the weapons or whatever. So as you can see, like mechanically, I don't know if this character is going to survive for long. I hope it does. But in any case, I think I have on my head the vision of this character that I want to portray. And I think that's the most important thing, when, at least for me, when I'm making a character, a fantasy character, especially for D&D. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and if all goes well and we actually do something interesting with this character, I'm gonna share it with you in the next video. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.